Looking for a Deathgivers PvP build? Well, I have the absolute best one for you. This one has the highest win rate in Corrupted Dungeons. This one does amazingly well in ranked and unranked arena matches. This is also really good for open world PvP, assuming you aren't overwhelmed or outnumbered massively. Let's get into it. Deathgivers is a dagger, two-handed dagger, that allows you to dash through the enemy and deal lots of damage. If you're looking at this video, you already know what the weapons do. I'm just going to get in the build, okay? Deathgivers, alright? You're going to be using the third Q ability, Assassin Sprint. You can use pretty much any W you're comfortable with. Chain Slash is better for chipping away opponents and dodging big hits in Corrupted Dungeons or 1v1s. If you want more burst, you could use Throwing Blades at point blank, because at point blank it does a shotgun effect and it also buffs your damage more. So, I do recommend Chain Slash because it also lets you get closer to your opponent. And of course, for the gear, you're going to be using the Stalker Hood with the Mortal Agony and the Balanced Mind passive, Assassin's Jacket with Ambush and Balanced Mind. This is basically an armor, so you can buy yourself more time for your cooldowns. And Hellion Shoe for Mark of Sacrifice, one of the highest damage buff abilities in the game for boots, but also a gap closer. It also forces your opponents to use any kind of knockbacks they might have, and because it only has a 20-second cooldown, eventually you will get through their knockbacks, or bait their knockbacks, and allow yourself to get nice and close with a huge damage boost. And so this is how the build works, okay? You press Q, and you're going to get these little swords that float around you. You'll get up to 3 of them. When you have 3 of them, you'll be able to cast your E ability without it going on cooldown. So there we go. We dashed through the opponent, we lost our floating swords, and we can still cast our E again. So this is how combat generally works and what you'll be doing, okay? So we're going to pretend the target dummy is our opponent. So we've engaged our opponent, you've inspected him, you've seen what he's got. Also for cape, use a Thet for cape because this will just increase your auto attack damage. But you can really use a lot of other capes, but Thet for cape is just going to give you the most damage. Your goal when fighting your opponent is to get their health to like 0.5%, okay? 50% or less. That's about their kill range, maybe 40%, depending on if they are wearing leather or plate, or if they have any kind of health boosting additives like sandwiches or tap roots and whatnot. But essentially, you're going to come at them with 3 swords, and you're going to push F on them so that you can teleport next to them. Hit them with Chain Slash, hit them with an E, and then run away. And then you're gonna keep your distance so that they are not attacking you. Cancel your Q ability and then recast it so that you get a fresh one. And then as you get your 3rd stack, try to move in and hit them with another E and then move away. This is basically a back and forth game of keep away, alright? You're going to keep your distance as you chip away at their health with your Chain Slash, your Ghost Strike, and your Mark of Sacrifice, okay? But once they get about to 50% HP, here's basically what you do, okay? You cast F on them. You're going to cast your helmet, your D ability, hit them with the Chain Slash, hit them with 2 E's, and that should finish them off. That should deal insane amount of damage and kill most players that you encounter, alright? And that's pretty much it. You keep your distance. If they are a ranged fighter, you can try to go toe-to-toe with them and just slice them up like so, but if they are a regular bow, they will chew you up. If they are crossbows, they will chew you up. So you generally want to just play keep away, hit them with some health. If they start dealing lots of damage to you, go invisible with your Assassin's Jacket and just kind of wait it out in stealth, okay? Do note that if you cast your Q ability in stealth, it will unstealth you, so cast it first before going into stealth. Also, let's say I'm fighting an opponent and I cast my boot ability so I can start teleporting. Well, I can just cancel it, which I failed to do there, but you can normally cancel it, and you won't zip right up to them. You can keep your distance so that they might use an AoE knockback ability or cast a wind wall or any other ability they might have because they're fearing that they're coming for you. Also, whenever you pass through an opponent with your E ability, you go invisible for a few seconds, which can make it kind of hard for them to tell where you're actually at if they are inexperienced. And then, of course, remember, your W is an offensive and defensive ability, so if they're about to hit you with a big attack, just press W and you've just taken 0 damage. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's really good for defending against like any kind of really big hits, like snipe or a meteor. Yes, you can Chain Slash into a meteor explosion and survive, take 0 damage. It's really fun to do. It really pisses off your opponent. Super good stuff. But essentially, when you have at least 2 stacks, use your boot ability, and then you can hit them with a fully stacked up E. And then you can just kind of run away, cancel your Q, re-Q up, keep your distance here. You know, start approaching them when you get those 2 swords. As soon as that 3rd one pops, you know, there you go. Hit them with the helmet, hit them again with the E. You'll get a nice feel for it just playing this for under an hour. It's a really, really simple to play Deathgivers. It's absolutely super powerful. And if you want to see examples of this build in action, just go to my channel and then go to the search bar and type Deathgivers into the search, and you will see countless video examples of this build being used. Like I said, this build has the highest win rate ratio for Deathgiver builds out of every build in Corrupted Dungeons, according to every aggregate website that collects that kind of data. This build is also featured and used by pretty much every other Albion YouTuber, especially the YouTubers that specialize or main themselves as a Deathgiver character. This build cannot be easily beaten. It is, out of all the builds in the game, this build gives people the most trouble. Your regular average player has such trouble dealing and fighting with this build. I am very confident in this 4.2 set that I can kill like tier 7, tier 8 players if I catch them by themselves, because I can just, you know, play keep away and then I can zone them pretty much the whole fight. If they're a ranged character, I can just simply stay even further away, or, you know, by the time they catch up to me, I already have my 3 Qs stacked right back up and I'm going to out DPS them. I have multiple different ways to go invisible. This build counters a lot of channeled abilities. Okay, you know, bolt casters, if they start blasting you with their E-spell, you have so many different ways to nullify it. You can use your boot ability, which will immediately cancel their channel. You can use your R ability to cancel it. You can press W on the main end of the burst and cancel all of that bonus damage. Just pushing E puts you invisible, which will cancel all channels, okay? So if you start getting bolt casted and everything's all cooldown except your E, cast your E ability. It's going to be back up before the bolt caster's E ability is back up, okay? You have so many. This is a highly defensive but bursty build. The main damage comes from combining your boots. When they are below 50% health, your helmet ability, this ability right here, check out the tooltip for those that don't know. This will armor shred them by over 100 damage resistance. This is a 66% damage increase, I believe. Yeah, it's something like 66% increased damage. You got 35 from the boots. You also have 3 Q abilities stacked up. That's another 18% increased damage. Your chain slash is just a flat, huge amount of damage on the target, okay? Just on the target dummy right there, that was 314, okay? We did 1,490 damage with only 4.2 in a matter of seconds, okay? And I didn't even armor shred this target dummy because it was not below 50% health. So we can add another 66% damage, pushing that well over in the 2,000s, which I don't know about you, but there's no player who is at 50% remaining life that has 2,000 HP remaining unless they are using growth potions and growth boots. And yeah, you can kill them too. It's too good, guys. Anyway, I'm Soul Benji. Thanks for watching. As always, be a bro and stay swole. This has been a Deathgivers PvP build guide. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you want to see examples, go to my channel, type Deathgivers into the search. There's tons of videos that you can watch. So many videos on this exact build that I just showed you. Again, guys, if this helped you out, click the thanks button, leave a monetary donation, click the join button to become a channel member. $5 a month gets you access to private, more personal videos. It's like being subbed on Twitch, but it's on YouTube, which is way better. And some of those videos are ones like how to rat a dungeon, or how to make YouTube videos, how to a really good corrupted dungeon build for curse staffs. So with that said, thank you so much. Make sure you're subscribed, because I got videos every single day on this channel. If you're new, you've never seen me before, I make daily videos. Come back tomorrow for another video. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Take care.